Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest! Last time we got Kaylee back, and she came with a powerful new axe, and somehow being sick for the entirety of the game so far has gotten her up to level 31. From, like, what, level 3? Don't ask me how this works, I have no idea. But anyway, since last time I made my way back into the Alive Forest. I didn't kill all the enemies, I only killed like one or two, whatever I needed to just to get here. And now that we have someone who speaks the language of the trees, or speaks to Ents, or whatever these guys are supposed to be, we need to go inside of a tree to kill the monsters. And he opens wide. Okay then, we have a dungeon inside of a giant tree. Excellent! Alright. So, I believe we've already fought these guys, but I'll show off the battle again anyway. Because these guys are weak to wind. They're also weak to thunder, though I believe wind does a little more damage. But if you combine our two spells, multi-target everybody, we can pretty much, you know, two-shot all of them all at once. Now, the mummies are actually weak to thunder. Most of the other enemies are not. Pretty much every enemy in here, I think, is weak to wind, though. Including these guys. So, in this case, we just double fire our arrow spells. Make sure you do have seeds before you come in here. You're going to want to use a lot of spells. Because spells are really, really powerful in this area. Okay. Would you hurry up and cast your spells and stop getting hit? Thank you. The ghosts all disappear, blown away with the wind. Ah, we got a new enemy. What do we got here? A tree. Let me guess, a tree inside of another tree. I'm gonna guess it's weak to axe attacks. Okay, seriously, you know we just got these weapons, right? Like, these are specifically designed for an easy fight. I don't know, whatever. It's kind of funny that they'll put an enemy in there that's completely outmatched by you depending on which gear you happen to have just gotten. Okay, finished up the rest of the enemies on this floor here. Get up here, get refreshers that I'll never use, and continue on with the area. You'll notice those strange little Y doodads. I'm guessing they're like supposed to be branches or something like that, but anyway, we'll figure out what we can do with those in a little bit here. One thing I wanted to note, just for whatever reason, I always think of Final Fantasy V when I play this game. Just a little bit. I think it has something to do with the main character. The sprite looks almost, well, it's not exactly the same. If you press the button there, the awesome Dragon Claw gets to be Hookshot from Zelda, which is badass. But yeah, I always think of Final Fantasy V just because the sprite, if you especially look from behind, similar color hair, blue sprite, you know, I don't know, it always just looks kind of the same to me. We're going to use all these little things to get around. Right now it's very basic, though they do make better use of the mechanic later for some interesting little dungeon puzzles. Do remember this point for a little bit, because I'll come back here off screen. I think there's just the one guy here, and that's it. Another thing that seems kind of odd is these guys seem to be avoiding my attacks relatively often. I'm not sure why that is, but seem to be missing a whole bunch. Mostly Benjamin, but sometimes Kaylee too. Ooh, get the level. Got to like that. The vine there just takes you down to the previous floor, and it doesn't really give you anything special. It just puts you at a random point there. I can't remember if Benjamin can one-shot these guys or not. I know Kaylee can. No, he cannot. So yeah, they probably got about 700 HP. So you could use the life spell if you wanted to one-shot them, or an arrow spell. I can't remember if they're weak to it or not. But yeah, Kaylee one-shots them with her axe, so we'll save some spell charges by doing that. They also seem to get paired oftentimes with the trees, so it makes it easier that way. You just use all normal attacks. Alright, and then we've got frogs and worms. We got leeches, and we've got mad toads. Let's see here. The toads, where's my claw there, are weak to ice, and the worms, I don't remember what the worms are weak to. I believe I could probably one-shot it with an arrow spell, though. Pretty much anything can get one-shotted with it. Okay, he's weak to it. There we go. I don't remember anything special about what the toads do. Poison, paralyze. Well, at least one of us is already protected against it. Counters with poison touch. Strong against poison. Yay! So yeah, don't normally attack them unless you're going to one-shot them. Makes sense. Alright, let's head in here first. Now here, you don't sword them to death, you axe them to death. If I could speak. We axe them to death. I don't know, me trying to say that kind of reminds me of an episode of Futurama, where, I think it was the Christmas episode. Okay, for the record, Kaylee cannot one-shot the toads with her normal attack, and I'm full on bombs again. We will be mostly full for the rest of the game. But yeah, that episode of Futurama. Okay, before Futurama, real quick. Those toads can inflict petrify and paralysis. Yeah, Kaylee got stuck in a paralysis loop for about half of her HP, and then we managed to run away. So yeah, be very careful around those toads if you happen to miss or don't kill them for some reason, or they get attacks off before you, which they tend to because they're pretty strong. But yeah, it was the Christmas episode where they were cutting down, what, palm trees for Christmas trees because all of the coniferous or evergreen trees all died out or something. And the reason why I brought that up at all was just because I was struggling saying the word axe, and that was what Lilo kept bringing up in that episode. Let me axe you something, which was always just so weird to me because then I got to thinking about the rest of the series. You know, trying to figure out if they ever said the word before like that. And I could never seem to figure it out for some reason. I either lost interest or I didn't go back in the series to rewatch that kind of stuff. I don't remember. I just remember that it was always kind of off-putting, and I kept looking for it or trying to listen for it in both previous episodes and future episodes as well. Anyway, enough of that. Kill off all those guys, and here we get the meteor spell. I will meet you back at that point I said I was going to meet you at. Because all the stupid mushrooms respawn as soon as you leave the room. Yeah. Okay, we cleaned out most of the remaining enemies around here. So yeah, that meteor spell that we picked up, that is actually Earth Elemental for some reason or another. Oops. And yeah, if you use it on pretty much any enemy, any two enemies in here, you can probably kill... Why are you running in a weird way? Thank you. But yeah, if they're moving in a weird kind of way. Oh, I forgot about you. Weird way. I have no idea what I was talking about. Basically, my point is two enemies, use meteor. It's Earth Elemental. That's weird. They die. It's awesome. Let's keep using that. And be quite liberal with your seeds, because that's going to make things better. And if you poke the closed mouth, it opens up. Ooh, we got worms. Okay, cleared out a bunch of those guys. The worms are also weak to axe-type attacks. Why did I do that? I have no idea. So if you're, just fighting them normally, I wouldn't waste a wind spell charge, even though you could if you want to. That leads to a dead end. That leads down to a dead end. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all there is for that. The toads are not weak to... Oops, why did I do that? Oh, well. I'll be able to go back and get those boxes later. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, what was I saying? Something about toads. Yeah, if you want to one-shot the toads, even though they're not weak to wind, you can use Kaylee's wind spell and she can one-shot them that way. Use axes on the worms. Holy crap, lots of worms. Yeah, bye-bye. Okay, we got rid of our worm infestation. I do note, I think it's this one I want to go up. Yeah. So, yeah, the worms are just, like, super easy to take out. They get one-shotted by every single axe attack we have. And since both of us have them, it makes it very easy and we can conserve on spell charges. Not to mention, all you have to do is spam the A button and all you do is just win the battle. It's not like you can really die, but it's easy, but at least it saves on spell charges, which means it saves on seeds. Okay, finished off those guys there. Down here we get a single little chest containing refreshers I again will not use. Now there's no other places to go, so this time we have to go down the vine. It's the only one I think we have to fall down, and just leads to one treasure, one enemy, and yeah, not a whole lot of challenge. Still want to use blizzard spells again on them, and I'm out of arrow charges, so I'm going to use the light spell. If not, I'd use the arrow spell. I will have to use a seed as soon as the battle ends here. There we go. There we go. Seed for you. More spell charges. Got some heal potions, which I don't need at all. Now, yeah, you can use your hookshot over here to head back over if you feel the need to. Don't see why you would, but okay. Of course, if you miss something, that's one thing. But who would be dumb enough to miss something in a game this easy? Oh, I haven't really been talking about it, but the way that the climbing works in this game is you press the A button, you cling to something, and if you let go of it, you'll fall. But if you press the A button again before you land somewhere, then you're in good shape. Now, because I'm not very smart, we're going to drop down here. Actually, crap, I wanted to drop down on the other side. Ugh. Okay, never mind. I wanted to go back because I forgot that one item, and then I dropped on the wrong side of that, even though I directly looked at my map. My brain does not work very well. But yeah, you have to hold the A button as long as you're climbing. And if you push yourself off the edge or whatever, and there's nothing for you to hit, you'll just end up falling. If you just hold the A button, you'll fall right through there, or you fall from one of the spots to the other. Let's go get these two chests, because I forgot them, and then I'll meet you back up there, because I have to run through half this dungeon all over again. Cure potions! Heal potions. Okay, we're back, and this time we're just going to head straight up here and cut more worms in half. Holy crap, Kaylee did 3,000 damage with a critical hit to one of those worms. Oh, these guys. I don't like these guys. These guys are Skuldier, and these guys are kind of a pain. I don't actually know if life works on them. You can take Meteor and take them both out. You can use Wind to... Actually, you know what? I wonder if I can... If I need to hit them twice, or if I can hit them once with a Wind spell and finish them. There we go. If you couldn't for some reason, I would pair it with a bomb to finish off both of them. Speaking of bombs, these guys are weak to them. These guys also are pretty deadly because they reflect spell damage. And they don't just reflect like a little tiny bit of it. They reflect a lot of it, and it hurts. You can pretty easily kill Benjamin if you're low on HP and you cast a meteor spell on a couple of them. So yeah, it's another bomb or an axe. Either one will work. It's going to take you a couple of rounds to take them down. I don't think there's any way we can one-shot them unless we can single target our bombs on them. But yeah, the reason why these guys are a real pain in the ass is they confuse you, and you do not want that. Both the arrows, whoever gets off spell first. Can Benjamin one-shot them both? Ah, okay, so just use a bomb with Benjamin or a normal attack. Whatever. Oh well. Alright, I'm trying to remember which door to go into. Okay, double check my map there. So this one leads to a chest with cure potions. I'm not going to show me getting that on screen because there's a whole bunch of mushrooms in the way. And the far one on the left just leads to enemies. There are more enemies floating around here. This is the only one that leads you to continue forward. I'm going to take out all of the enemies behind me, and I will meet you back here in a moment. Okay, we're back. Cleared out all those guys and made myself a path here. I was wrong. I was reading my map wrong. So yeah, if you go to the left side there, all you have to do is kill that one and you're into this path too. So it doesn't matter which path you take. But yeah, I cleared out all the excess enemies in this screen here. Climb up here. Yeah, so that was chest over to the right there. That was the one with cure potions that I didn't show on screen. Not that it is of the utmost importance or anything, but... Oh, look, more enemies. Alright, took care of most of the remaining enemies in here. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies around here. You can do it with or without spell charges. Sometimes it's easier to do it with. Head down here, you can fight a couple more of these guys. I did want to make one other note, is that they are susceptible to petrify. So what I've been doing in these fights, since a lot of the time it's only 2 of them, they may be weak to bombs, but if you get lucky, Benjamin will one-shot them. In this case, that wasn't the case, but oh well. If you've got a secondary attack and you've got 2 of them that are weakened or 2 are still alive, then just use a bomb. That way you're guaranteed, even if somebody misses, to take them both down. And if you only targeted 1, yeah, you would have been able to take them out in 1 shot. Let's see if we can get the claw to work here for us. But yeah, specifically if there's only 1 of these guys in the fight, then I will use Benjamin to try and one-shot them, while I have Kaylee attack whoever else with her axe, or using an arrow spell, or whatever. Just, yeah, let's try one more time with the claw. Yeah. If it inflicts petrify or instant death or whatever it does, the enemy will just die. They won't show any damage numbers. So there's some cure potions and some explosives. Can't remember. It's one of these 2. There we go. And that gets us back here. We'll go up and around. We'll gather what's left of this treasure, which probably won't be of any use. Well, I can use the cure potions. In fact, those worms have been using a lot of them on a lot of the quake spell on me. That's quite a bit of damage. Oh, lots of confuse. One moment. Alright, so we cleared out all those guys. Get a couple more treasure chests, including maxing out our heal potions finally. And what do we got over here? You can't fall down any of those pits, by the way. Yep, don't need any more heal potions or anything else. I'm not sure where that one leads off the top of my head. In fact, I don't even think my map shows it. Probably because there's no reason to ever go there. Anyway, one of the things I really like about this game is the fact that it's got, like, auto memory. I don't know, can you change that in here? Control... No, you can't change that. When you go from battle to battle, your commands are the same as they were in the previous battle. So when it came to fighting all of those Skuldiers, which are all the same, 3 of them in every battle, I just wanted to spam arrow multi-targeted every time. So I basically just, all I had to do was spam through it. It makes it like as if there's less work for you to actually do, but at the same time, the work you're doing to move the cursor around like you would have to in most other games is just tedious busy work. It's not doing anything particularly interesting. Anyway, let's skip this guy. We don't want to actually fight him. Let's talk to you. Oh, so I can't just sneak past the boss. Anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time we'll take on the boss and move through. This is the end of the giant tree, but we'll move past this and see what's on the other side. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.